Call order the Paintsville Lake Historical Association special meeting Tuesday, October the 22nd, 2019. Country music. Highway Museum, 12 p.m. Roll call.
Jerry Daniel.
Here.
Kay Hall.
Here.
Connie Bates. Here. Adam Priest.
Here.
Andrea Dixon. Chase Carl. Mike Short.
About approval of the minutes of the special call meeting for September 18, 2019.
I'll make a motion we accept the minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Guess that's it, huh? Approval of financial reports and payments of bill for September 2019.
I'll make a motion we accept.
I'll second.
Payment.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried. New business.
No.
New business. Update on the home place, but
Okay, we've had our pumpkin patch. We had 11 days that we were open to the public. We've had several school groups with over 1,100 kids coming. We still have, we have kids Thursday, Friday, and Monday. And that will finish up the pumpkin patch. So far, I've not heard any negative. It's been great. Everybody, I don't know if we're doing it again next year. Also, we've had several weddings. We had a wedding this past weekend. We've already been booking in 2020. I think we've already got 8 events on the calendar for 2020 out there, which is good. We've had some more benches made so we can accommodate and do 2 weddings at a time now. Weddings seems to be the highlight out there. So now we'll be able to accommodate 2 in one day at the same time if need be, between the church and the flat. Been working on events for next year, and we're going to do Christmas on the farm this year. We're doing a Candyland theme. It will be set up just like the pumpkin patch with the stations for the kids, which they've absolutely loved. Only it will be Christmas themed. We will do 2 weekends, a second and third weekend in December, just like we have in the past with Christmas on the farm. But the only exception is the first 2 weeks of December we'll open it up for school groups. We've already had schools contacting us wanting to bring school kids, so it worked the same way, just like we did for Pumpkin Patch. So that's kind of what we've been doing the last month. At the Mountain Home Place, there's been a school group / tour groups just about every single day. So it's been really good, and they have loved the tug of war.
Well, good. I'm glad they got to get use out of it.
I did. So, any questions about the farm for me?
So when do you close it? In November.
We will close at the end of November. We have 3 events, a birthday party, and 2 weddings in November, which are on the first 3 Saturdays, but we will officially close at the end of the season on Halloween. So, but we will accommodate those events, of course. But enough to do the school kids. I've got some big ones left. Whatever we've got left, we may donate somewhere, but just so they don't rot. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin roll.
all you got?
Yep.
Any commissioners' comments?
Oh, I've been talking to you. I've been talking. I've asked questions.
Adam? You were, boy, he approved that, didn't he? He approved of the pumpkin patch.
I do approve of the pumpkin patch.
Little boy does too.
Oh yeah.
He's been out there
Sure
like 2 or
does.
3 times. I've seen him.
I think 3 or 4, yeah.
It was very nice.
He ran around the house screaming pumpkin patch. It's among his first few words, so.
Also-
I think for the first year, it's just, and the weather has been very cooperative.
Very much
That
on
helped a lot.
That
Hopefully,
helps tremendously.
you worry about that in December, you know, but that's still exciting.
A couple of Decembers ago, it was like 70
It,
degrees out there.
it could happen.
You know,
It could
so-
very well happen this year.
Well, the weather just changed to stay in Kentucky for about 5 minutes. Well,
Experience all 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, you really can. There's some comments up there.
I was out there, I was impressed. It was very nice.
Yeah.
With several vendors out there. Quite a few people. The train was running.
Training, hayride's been really popular.
The hayride was going.
Speaking of train, we have a group that comes out there every year and does their employee appreciation. It's one of the banks in town, and they called me yesterday and wanted to rent the train for their party in June out there. They said the kids have loved it so much they want to know if they could rent them, so I said, yes, ma'am.
You can rent it. What about the rock wall?
Yeah, we will by then.
my grandson loves the train.
My kids love the rock wall.
Y'all be able to climb it sometime.
I can climb it.
When are you gonna be out there? We've had some people, pump packs been out there almost every night it's open.
We had 3 and 4 time repeat customers. That's something else. We're going to do a season pass next year for the farm. We had a guy that he brought his little girl every night. Very appreciative. And I said, buddy, you're going to be the reason we create a season pass. But we had a lot, not just him. We had grandparents bringing their grandkids every time. We had one lady that brought her little grandson every night just to ride the train because he loved it so much. He wasn't even a year old. Every single night. So.
He's 4. He did it for Apple Day. That's the first thing he wanted to do, ride the train.
Yeah.
He said, Paintsville's the best. He said, you can just go out of town, you can ride the train. You can, what else was it we did? We did something else. He said, just walk to your house, Gibby. He said, Paintsville's just the best.
That's gotta make you feel good.
Are you going to decorate the train for Christmas?
Yep.
Put lights on it?
Candy and gumdrops. And it will be the Candyland Express.
Express.
But what about a Christmas village?
We'll put Connie in charge of that.
There wasn't enough room.
All right.
We don't have a blind horse anymore, so we gotta have a Christmas village. Okay, I guess, motion to adjourn or something.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I could do one, and I'm afraid it may not compare to what
What was
What
out
we
there
did in the
before?
past, yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. So we are ready to adjourn. Adam, we both adjourn.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor? I guess we're turned on that. I guess call to order the Paintsville Tourism Commission special meeting for Tuesday, October 22nd, 2019. Location, Country Music Highway Museum. Roll call.
Jerry Daniel. Kay Hall.
Or-
Connie Banks. Here. Adam Priest.
Here.
Andrea Dixon. Chase Cottle. Mike Short.
Need approval of the minutes of the special call meeting for September 18th, 2019.
I'll make a motion we accept minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor of accepting them?
Aye.
Opposed? Got the next one's approval of financial reports and payments of bills for September 2019.
I'll make a motion to accept the financial reports and payment of bills for September 2019.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried there. Country Music Highway Museum approval of financial reports and payments of bills for September 2019.
I'll make a motion we accept the bills for September 2019.
A second.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Old business?
No.
No. New business?
Well, the amendment to the bylaws, you will have to table. You have to have 2/3. Commission members.
All right, then, the travel show is planned.
So we're doing something different this year. I'm trying my best to get it so we have some more tour groups rolling in for tourism. I picked out 3 different places to go. I want to make sure you all are aware of it, where they're at, and make sure you're okay with it. In January, the Pittsburgh Travel Showcase. It's a partnered, or it's sponsored through AAA. It's a huge event. To my knowledge, tourism, if they've been, it's been several years. I think that would be a good. We've had a lot of people from up north this year, tour group wise, that's come down this way. Also in February, the ARA show is in Orlando. That's something new. And then in March is the Travel South Showcase in Baton Rouge. Travel South is the one that the state tourism department participates in. We usually participate in that one every year. And also all these showcases that we go to and promote the travel shows or the tourism or for the tour buses, that's part of the matching funds. We get part of that money back through the state of the allotment that we get. So, thoughts, suggestions? Think you're okay with it? Can we do something different? What do y'all think? Last year we went, we did go to Travel South last year. We went to Heartland last year. That was in Chicago. It wasn't very beneficial for us, so we're not going to do Heartland. I don't think we should do Heartland this year. I think we should try something different.
What's your recommendation? On which one?
All 3 of these.
All 3.
This will cover about half the United States by going to these 3 shows.
Yeah, I think we should be represented. You kind of get a feel for it. Like you said, you've been to Chicago and didn't feel it was as beneficial to us, and I think you'll.
Well, like
get a
Travel
feel for
South,
what
for
is and what
example, that's
isn't.
13 states.
If you've been before and it's been successful, then that's where we should go again. Yeah. Try something new if what didn't work in the past didn't work in the past. So I think it sounds ideal.
Which one is it that you go to that you've only got so many minutes to present?
All of them.
All of
Get 7 minutes. Some shows are more strict than others. Some are a brochure only. Some you can actually take a leaflet with you. Some you can give out promotional stuff, some you can't. There's a lot of rules with it. But Travel South is one of the ones, you get 7 minutes and you're timed. You get a 1-minute warning. You've got 7 minutes to sell Paintsville and answer any questions I've got.
Do they give you an informational packet on all the people?
I get a list prior to of all the tour buses that are there. Can't think today. The people that's over each tour line, and then you request appointments. So like I'll request, I think I can request 75 appointments, and you'll get 50. So I go through and request, and each tour company has a bio, and they tell you where they travel to, what their interests are. So if they're interested in like country music, things like that, I try to target those because of Butcher Holler.
Yeah.
Some of them like, and some of them don't even pertain to us. Some of them are what they call sports tours. They want to go to where the major leagues play and that type of stuff. Well, obviously there's no point in meeting with those people. So I go through the list prior to, and I try to figure out who we need to meet with and who we don't, and then I schedule, or I put it out there that I want to meet with them. They have to confirm to get the appointment, and then if you've got any in-betweens, you have an opportunity to try to schedule those.
But you get information from everybody that's there.
Everybody I meet with generally gives me a business card or some type of information. We exchange cards and information and stuff, and then I always go back and do follow-ups. And I get this little book. I like the book because it has the appointment times, so you can take notes, and then I usually staple the business card with it, who I met, and then some of the things that they commented on, like they really like music, or they've never been to Butcher Holler, or they'd like to go to the Ark, or just to try to get that relationship. And that's another key thing that I know in the past has always been hard for tourism is the turnover rate with directors. But there was people last year that had come here for the fan tour that I seen that I think it was ABA in Louisville, and they recognized me. And building relationships is what gains the trust in order for the touring people to come.
Just like anything else, yeah.
So
You get to see the presentations from other tourism departments and what they are doing and what they're offering these other people.
some shows, yes, some no. Travel South, no. You get an 8-foot table, you're strapped to your table,
Okay.
and they come to you. Now, most of the other shows, you go to them.
Right.
So in between on breaks, you can visit some of the other vendors that set up
Yeah.
to see what they're doing. And of course, I'll take pictures.
Which that's beneficial, though, I would imagine.
It is,
Yeah.
because there's some places out there that they'll have, information or brochure holders or things, and it's like, why didn't I think of that?
Right.
It's,
Inspiring, yeah.
it is. So,
All right.
I know last week though, we had one bus, another place, but anyway, from South Carolina. And there's one, I think, New Jersey.
There was a bus here Monday. I don't know where it was from, but I just seen it over by the church.
I may have been the New Jersey one.
Then we had one 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that, from someplace in western Texas.
I booked Shenandoah tours 2 days ago. We're coming back again at the end of July. So,
Airstreamers, and they don't stay in the
Airstreamers are coming back in May. They're staying an extra day. They're going to be here 4 nights. They stay out the lake every year. So,
I say do it.
is everybody in agreement? Okay.
Go forth and conquer.
All right.
Okay.
My update. Okay, since we had our last meeting, Story Patch finished up at the SIP. That went really good. They had a decent turnout. I didn't get a chance to watch the show this year, but everybody talked about how good it was. We've had several tour groups, like I said. We've been working with Samantha and Tony, helping showcase our facilities. We showed games at the SIP. Didn't have a good turnout for that. I think we had 12 people for the Goonies. Of course, Apple Day. We done Apple Day this year with the train. Little conflict on Thursday night. There was another train that showed up for the carnival, but the Apple board did take care of that. So it was just solely us on Friday and Saturday. We actually passed up our income from last year. So income-wise with the train, we done better this year than last year for Apple Day. Also, something different we done this year was we done a float in the parade. We done one for the pumpkin patch because it was going on to promote the pumpkin patch, and people were very receptive of it. And I feel like it was very beneficial because after we hadn't even got through the parade, and my phone was buzzing wanting to know dates for the pumpkin patch. So that was really good.
Very colorful.
It was. Marcy done great on the balloon arches. She's really good at that. I ran the train out for a birthday party. I'm working on a trifold brochure to be able to rent the train out. I've also talked with the Harvest Festival, or what's the festival in Louisiana? Harvest Festival? September Fest. They have approached me that Sunday after Apple Day if we would come next year for their festival. And then the little festival in Blaine, Autumn Fest, the second weekend in October, they asked us if we would come next year for the train. So I'm trying to work on a pamphlet of some sort to let everybody know we've got the train and we do rent it out, so that it'll be an additional income source for us. So, and it's free advertisement too. We had our last open mic night this past month. We had 6 of the 10. Is that what I told you? I think we had 6 over 10 performers show up. Did not have a good turnout. I don't know what's changed. I don't know if we've just had so much going on. But that was our last open mic night, because it's very discouraging to get these people to sign up and then nobody's there to watch them.
You know, I don't know if they don't tell their friends, because they don't have any, you'd think they would have like a following,
Sure.
somebody would come and listen to them, friend-wise, but they don't have it either, so. This is our 3rd season for doing that, isn't it? So I
Working.
may have to relook and see something else to do.
It started out really, really busy, you know.
It did, you know, but I don't know. And it's not
You don't want to
like,
lose
we've
the
got
spark.
some very talented people. I mean, some of those people that come in, this is very good.
The library hosted Family Fun Day this past Saturday and showed Goosebumps at 10 a.m. and had 70 people. We showed Halloween Saturday night and we had 8.
I mean, you look on Facebook, you know, oh, I can't wait.
Well, yeah.
But I know it's been crazy busy, and I know football season and
Plus they have the whole teaser of the free popcorn, free admission. People will line up when it's free, you know, but sometimes.
But I mean,
We've tried some things too then.
$5 is pretty close to
Yeah,
free.
well,
I mean,
I
you know.
understand that.
It's not
but,
like we're charging
you know,
for
it's-
the load.
It's not, but.
I also got the results from the energy audit on this building. Just a few minor recommendations. Some of the lighting switched to LED, nothing extravagant. So I'm going to be working slowly on that. We'll be doing a few upgrades for the lighting to help save on our utility bill. They were rather impressed with the size of the facility and how we are very frugal in our usage. So that was good. And that was a totally free service. That didn't cost us anything. So that's kind of what we've been doing the past month in tourism world. We're getting ready for Christmas, of course. Main Street Players have their show coming up next month. Elk will be at the SIP again. Paintsville Band's doing their show at the SIP as well.
Central coming by.
Yes, first week of December. That's all I got. I sleep here and there.
Are we having vendors this year again?
Christmas? Yes. We've already got people bombarding us wanting to be vendors.
How many do you think you'll have?
We can fit about 10 in that room out there at the, but if need be, we've got access. We can, for a tent, and I've got those patio heaters. We could always put some outside with some patio heaters if we have to.
Depends on the weather too, we'll see what it's doing.
Hopefully it's sunny and 70
You never know.
rather than
Do you
20 and
decorate
rain.
the church?
Minimally. We can't hang anything on the walls. We can't do a whole lot, but we normally put up some greenery, hang some wreaths on the door. And then we've got those lanterns we put the battery-operated tea lights in.
What about the grapevine things? Can you do that?
Mhm.
That's back in the
We've got one electrical outlet in for the church that we can plug something in, as far as electric. But
So you're gonna have like, so the kids are gonna be able to go out on the farm for the
yes,
Christmas thing?
have stations. Be able to do a craft, story time and crafts, and they're going to make a bookmark, and then before they leave, it will be laminated, and they'll take back. We'll do a reindeer food. We done that last year, and they loved that. That's simple and easy. They'll do an ornament making for them to be able to take back, and decorate a cookie for the kids. And then at the nighttime, Santa will be there. We'll do train rides, have cookies, hot chocolate, and vendors, and all that stuff. Rather
Are
than,
people gonna do like, and they always do a story at the church?
we do the Christmas story. The library's really good about helping with that. We done pumpkin patch, and we got everybody the tote and the pumpkin they were able to take back, the school groups.
Mhm.
So this way, the school groups will be able to take back their craft, reindeer food, an ornament.
Good. Do we have little bags for them to put in?
Not yet, but we will. Yeah, I think we have stock in Orion Trading. That's all I got.
We don't need an executive session. Any more commissioners' comments?
think Josh did good with the train. I think that was a good idea, getting the train a year ago. Because that's became quite the commodity, I feel like.
Well, it's been a draw.
Yeah.
It's been something different that nobody else has. So, I know everybody thought I was crazy at the time.
I remember when you got it, but, I think it's really cool to hear that, Lawrence County's calling, wanting.
They were practically begging.
A train that says Paintsville, Kentucky.
He was
all over
literally
it,
begging.
Yeah.
To come to the, that's.
Because I come in on Sunday, after Apple Day, and I
Yeah.
was trying to help clean up and everything, because, it's kind of hard to in the middle of the night when the booths and stuff are
Yeah.
there. He was just walking, and he was like, do you have anything to do with this train? And I said, well, yeah. He introduced himself, he's on the committee
Yeah.
down there, and he was like, what would it cost? So,
What are you charging?
well, I told him, we charge a delivery fee. So, just Louise and back, I said $100 delivery fee. Then we'll do the train, we can keep the money from the train.
You charge for a ride and make the money once it's there, so, yeah.
Because then, for their festival, it'll be a draw, which will draw more people out and help everybody there at the festival. So,
Well, the timing of it too, that's coming right up on our Apple Festival too,
well, I made enough at Apple Day to cover the cost of an additional cart. So I was kind of hoping that the board would allow me to get an additional cart for next year.
Can we
So
keep
we can-
adding to it?
You can add up to 2 more. Yeah. So I thought if we could do 1 more, you could haul, roughly 6 small kids or, a family of 4
Yeah.
with each run. So
Yeah,
that's all.
I like it.
No, I keep it up for 8, because you had people come over and say, how much does it cost for you to take us back to our car?
They were paying for a one-way, one to be dropped off at the
Oh, they were
the
one and a
turnaround
half
point.
price because it was one way.
They just didn't walk across the bridge in that straight street.
I think when we go out of town, we do, if you take the Lawrence County or something.
It's a new Uber.
We need a train app. No, but you could do coupons at Septemberfest if you ride it at Apple Day, you do, I don't know. I just bring people back to Paintsville though,
That's true. Could do that.
Give them a voucher.
Yeah, come to Apple Day and present this. and you
Present
get one
this, you
free-
get, maybe
Get
50
$1 off.
cents off or whatever.
Something, yeah.
Because
Depending on how many.
if you give them one free, they're going to have 2 or 3 more with them that's going to have to pay for it.
Well, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with giving one free ride. If they've
Exactly.
driven to
Right. If it's a
Paintsville, then
family
we've
of
done our
4,
job to tourism
one
already.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Can do.
A great surprise for the family of 3.
She's in banking business.
you're on camera. Oh. All right.
Anything else?
No.
Been successful.
We're
Couple
backing up a
months?
little. I guess we're so good there.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.